Welcome to another Mindset Monday podcast, and today I'm going to be talking about branding. I'm going to give you 5 awesome tips now on how you can stand out in today's noisy social media and build yourself that brand.
More of the good stuff you need to grow without the nonsense.
We're going to call over to the UK and talk to Mr. Damien Mourath.
Unleash your potential. Open your mind. You're listening to Damien Mourath, your no-nonsense coach.
Welcome back, guys. So today's podcast is about branding, and I really wanted to do this cast because it just seems like such a hot topic, especially in today's social media space where it's just so noisy, right? So tip number 1 is to know your audience. People start posting about their brand and they make the big mistake right from the start, okay? And they make it all about them. It's all about me. And they post pictures and videos of themselves about how they want to perceive themselves. So you need to start with your audience. Know your audience. Know who you're talking to and who's your ideal customer. So what I recommend is go ahead and look at your audience. Go ahead and look at who you want to be socializing with and who you want to be putting the content out there to, okay? So go and scope some of your audience behind the scenes, maybe like a little bit like spying, right? And go and grab some things that you see about them. So, and start writing stuff down. So from first view. And you could even go as far as getting a picture of some of your followers and then write down what you get from them from first view. Write down their needs, their wants. And then you can start sitting down and talking through what you've wrote and talk to these pictures. It sounds a little mad, but it puts you in the good practice when posting your brand. So know your audience. Tip number 2, guys, is do you have a personal brand or a business brand? So this is something that you will hear everywhere, okay? You've probably heard it 1,000 times before. People always follow people, the real person behind the content. That's right, but what I say is to do both. And the reason I say that is because with a business brand, for instance, this creates a buffer between you and your audience and your personal branding, i.e. you. So it enables you to go really hard at the business brand, hustle harder, post more. And if people don't like something, then it's like, well, whatever, it's the business, it's not you. But let's say you post something that people really don't like on your personal brand. Well, that's people not liking you, and that's more hurtful to yourself and your business, not your brand, not your business, right? So when you go ahead and you pimp out your personal brand, don't get carried away with titles such as CEO, okay? So let's say that you're strolling along and you get a notification from someone liking or commenting on your Instagram post, and then you go and check his profile out, okay? So let's just say it says, Slick Bob just liked your video. You click on it, you go to his page and you see CEO at slickbob.com. I've checked this out, it's not an actual website, or at least I don't think it's a website, so sorry if I'm offending Slick Bob, but I don't believe there is a slickbob.com. You can go ahead and check it out, but I'm pretty sure there isn't. But you go onto this page and you see CEO at slickbob.com, and I'm like, dude, don't call yourself a CEO when it's just your domain, okay? You're not CEO of the domain, right? Does that make sense? It just comes across as real amateur. And compared to something big, like, so let's say you click onto his profile and it's CEO at topmarketer.com or something like that. CEO at Top Marketer Influencing Company. Check out the website, topmarketer.com. Then that's when you can write CEO, because that's cool, right? So tip number 2 is personal or business brand. I say both. Moving straight on to tip number 3, stand out and be consistent on social media. So stand out from the crowd. If you're going to say that you're going to do something, then you should really enlist that trust with your followers. So let's say that you put a post up and say, tune in every Monday for my mindset posting. Tune in every Wednesday for my website Wednesday tips. Okay, so if you promise a weekly post, then stick to that if you want to build the trust with your followers. And remember, people don't just come for the content, they come for your energy too. So don't be robotic and chorey. if that's a word. Churi? I don't know. But when people start becoming a regular follower of yours, then that's when they begin to look forward to seeing you and what you have to say. The words that leave their mouth, I'm going to go and check out if Damien's put a new Mindset Monday post up. They just don't see the content first. They see you. So make sure you stand out and be consistent. Tip number 4 is think about your image. As I said earlier, people always start with like, right, I've got to go and get myself a logo design. I've got to get myself a website. Oh, I've got to go and put this shield up against me. I want people to see me as a real professional. All this is just representation of you, okay? Branding is everything. It's how you look, your style, how you act, or your swag, right? How your videos look, what your podcast sounds like. For me, I didn't want to follow the crowd of self-help community. The general coaching, the helping people succeed with the usual content that, to be honest, none of us wants to be seen looking at or associated with. But if it's something that's straight to the point and something that people actually want to get behind, then that's what you want to do. So that's when I started creating my brand name, The No Nonsense Coach, and the Inbox Project being my business side, with the power of inboxing and marketing, right? So I've got that, as I discussed earlier, with the personal and the business, okay? So I was all about the no nonsense, just saying it how it is and giving all the information that you really want. So I always give the facts without the nonsense. And that's how I wanted to portray myself, and that's the audience that I attract. People that just want to learn and connect and share, live successfully with me together without all that long tail crap, right? Which leads me on to my last tip. My last tip, leading on from my previous one, is building your tribe of close followers. So build a tribe. Create yourself a positive group or cult per se, right? Something that lots of people really believe in and love, that they want to be a part of and turn up to. So I have my Success Lounge, for instance. I'll leave a link in the description below. And if you have something that's bigger than just you, that's going to make your brand a lot more cohesive, shareable, and easier for people to really connect with and want to be a part of, proud to be a part of, and want to share. Okay, so build yourself a tribe of close followers, people that turn up to this group, okay, this cult that you build alongside your brand, and an area for people to really meet and greet, okay? This is where you're going to start to build yourself a real tribe, okay? So below this podcast or wherever you're listening to it on, okay, I'm going to leave my links to the brand that I built up for myself with tons and tons of content, and how to build yourself a positive brand without the nonsense, how to make money online, and how to give yourself that positive mindset, and more importantly, how to succeed. So go ahead and check out all my channels, and hey, come and sit and have a coffee with me sometime in the Success Lounge, okay? So these are my 5 tips. I've rambled on enough with these 5 tips, and I hope that you've got every aspect of the tips. If not, go ahead and listen to the podcast again. You can always message me, DM me. You can find me across all the social media. I'll leave the links below. And guys, thank you so much for tuning in today on today's Mindset Monday podcast, your no nonsense podcast from me. And I hope that you will all tune in on next week's Mindset Monday post. Please do smash that like button, hit that follow button, subscribe button, wherever you're listening to this podcast. If you have anything to add, as always, you can send in your voicemails. If you're listening on Anchor, send in a voicemail. I will be happy to add it to this podcast. And until next time, stay blessed, keep hustling hard, and I shall see you on the next cast.
You have just heard the voice and mind of Damien Maruth, the no-nonsense coach. Subscribe and stay tuned for more crazy value.